Hi everyone, my name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari and you're watching Shagalinko TV. So a couple of days back, we were in Abuja to celebrate the Tala Art for Change, and I spoke with a couple of wonderful, talented creatives, from the spoken words to artists to musicians and all of that. So on this episode, which is the first on about three others, we'll be interviewing a creative that does spoken words and all of that. He's from Cameroon. You want to know who he is? Well, let me just tell you, his stage name is Mottanni. Enjoy the rest of the video and we'll come back and wrap it up. We'd like to know your name, what you do, your country of residence.
To all listeners or watchers of Shagalinko TV, my name is Tani Desmonawa. I am a spoken word artist known by the name Mottanni, and I am a spoken word artist from Cameroon.
Wow. So how are you enjoying Nigeria, if I may ask?
Hey, Nigeria, no, the carry last, I don't enjoy. Since I come Nigeria, I don't enjoy. Abuja a different place. Abuja dey for me like say I don't go to heaven. Nigeria is good, man. I'm having fun.
Oh wow. Oh, wow. Welcome. So we'd like to take us through your journey, how you started off, and who is Mottanni?
Mottanni. I used to be very bright in school, and I used to be one of the best students, always passing exams and all that. At one point in my life, I think university education, we wrote an exam, and out of close to 70 or more of us, I was the only one who failed, and I had to repeat. While others were graduating, I had to repeat. So it was quite a devastating experience for me. So at that point, everything was like the world was cramping down on me. So I kept asking myself, inside that pain, I kept asking myself, okay, is there more to life? Is this all about life? Going to school, getting a job, having a wife, getting kids, and then die? Or there should be more to life than justice? So at that particular moment, particular things that helped me to be able to even think and stand had to do with motivational speakers like Les Brown, artists like Frank Edwards. I can remember one of his tracks where one of the tracks that I listened over and over at that down moment, and it helped me a lot. So at the end of that trauma that I was going through, I told myself, okay, if art has been used to get me over my pain, then the only proper thing I can do at this point is to be able to give back. So that if someone someday gets into a pain, if someone someday is hurt, this same art or my art too can help them, just like the Les Browns and the Zig Ziglars and Frank Edwards. His art was one of the things that kept me going, that kept telling me, you can't give up at this moment, you still need to keep fighting. So at that point, I told myself, okay, I am going to be the elder brother that I never had, because I know that there are certain things. At that moment, I realized that if there are things that if I knew when I was young, I would have done better, I would have been better. But no one told me. So I told myself, okay, Mottanni, from this day, you will be that elder brother that you never had. That's what got me into spoken word poetry.
Wow, wow. So how has it been, and what are some of the programs, shows that you have either featured in or attended?
Okay, it's been a tough ride. In Abakwa, that is Bamenda, the northwest region of Cameroon, it's been challenging because it was an art form that was not common in that part of the country. It was not common from the start. I think I started writing around 2008, but one of my first performances was 2015. So it was not a common form of art. So sometimes when you're doing, people are asking, are you singing or what are you doing? Some people even saw me as if I'm mad. So it was really, really challenging from the start. But we kept on pushing, kept on pushing, kept on pushing. Today, it is a form of art that you can't have a single event in Abakwa without a spoken word poet, without spoken word poetry going on. It's like you have your events now in Abakwa and there is no spoken word poetry. It's like you've not had any event. So I featured in, we have what we call the New Brit Africa Foundation that organizes the New Brit Celebrity Awards. She organizes the Woman Power Banquet. She organizes a lot of shows. So I've been on that show time and time again. Then we have the Black Swagger Poetry Slam that goes on once every month. It is once every month, and it had gone like that for more than 7 years in the Northwest. So once every month we have that show. Then also I have done performances all over the world, mostly online, up to now that I'm in Abuja. I've done performances in Britain, I've done performances in the US, I've done performances in Kenya, some of the African countries, but it's mostly online. So then I have also done performances in Singapore, and that is where I got one of the international awards for poetry 2024. That was that I got from Singapore.
Okay, so let's even look at the entertainment industry.
Okay.
It's especially in Africa.
Okay.
It's a bit dicey because no matter how hard you work, there's still the dichotomy where some people are more known than others, not because they are not creative, but because the industry, and especially for arts and spoken words, you need a lot of money to be able to do a lot of things, push your work, do research, get yourself dressed, get yourself prepared and all of that. And how are you able to even navigate in spite of all of this? Because arts entertainment needs a lot of money.
That is a pertinent one, and you're very, very correct that the task is a difficult one because we don't have yet labels that can sign in a spoken word artist. So now we have to do almost everything by ourselves. But thanks to the ancestors and thanks to the grace of God, we are still pushing on. So we have to write the poetry. Sometimes we have to direct the art. We have to shoot the video. We have to direct the art. But for me, I've been fortunate enough because I have a lot of people. They don't have the money, but they have the will. I will quote names here like Akumbo Jones, who started the Black Swagger Poetry Slam. I will quote Yembe for. Then I will quote my personal life coach and trainer, Lanjo Name, therefore Sidonus. Those are people that if I want to do a video, I will just say, okay, Lanjo, please give me a concept for this video. He will write the concept, then we'll start looking for whoever is to shoot. If I want to do a show, I will say, okay, Yembe, I need a space for a show. Yembe will be able to look for that for me. If I want orientation on how to do international presentations or go for international tours or even performances, I can still get to Akumbo Jones, and these people will be able to help. So that's a little team I have, but I don't pay them that much. They just have passion for the work, and because they love my work, they put in the little that they can, and I've been very, very fortunate and grateful to all of them for what they are doing. So it still remains challenging. We don't beat around the bush. It still remains very challenging. And for your work to get to produce professional stuff to a particular level, you will need those experts. So, but for now, they say while crying, keep moving. We keep moving.
True. Thank you so much. So finally, I'd like to ask, people in the entertainment industry are also underrated when it comes to human rights issues. Yes, we know some musicians or artists talk about love a lot. A lot of also other artists talk about human angle stories. They talk about pain. They talk about the economy of the country and all of that. How can human rights defenders also be aware of their terrain and protect themselves from maybe government attacks and a whole lot? Generally, what do you think human rights defenders can do to protect themselves so they can be alive to even fight to do the work they are doing?
I remember I have a very beautiful Nigerian quote that says, "A living dog is better than a dead lion." So, so as a human rights defender, you are at risk because the governments are looking out for you, and the masses are expecting you to fight for them. So it becomes very challenging, and the government and other people, they just need you to make that little mistake, and they either sue you for blasphemy or defamation of character. They sue you for any other thing. So for me, as a human rights defender that I've been doing in my art, the first thing I would like to reiterate here is what Lars said the other day. Our friend Lars, he said, know the law. It's very important as a human rights defender to know the laws that govern your country. I always say, bend them, don't break them. It is very okay to bend the laws. That's what business people do every day to make a lot of money. They bend the laws. Bend the laws, don't break them. Then one thing too I always do is that, okay, when I have an issue that is burning within me and I want to write a spoken word poetry about, it is simple. I take my pen, I write from my heart without any filter, nothing. Then I keep it. After a while, I come back and I use my head to edit. Look at better ways to let out your message without being vulgar. Look at better ways to let out your message without someone feeling like you directly attack them. You can do a performance and a poem within the law, but it still addresses the issue. So know the laws, then write from your heart, then edit from your head to make sure that you stay alive, to take care of your family, and to continue fighting for the rights of other humans as a human rights defender.
Thank you for that. So finally, what should your fans be expecting from Mottanni?
Okay, I would like that my Niger people. First, I have 2 albums that are already out. One is about the crisis. He has, I think, 14 tracks. It's called Dark Light. Check it on Audiomack. You get Dark Light on Audiomack, and you get some beautiful romantic pieces, beautiful pieces about the crisis. Then I have the Bruises. Bruises about gender-based violence. I remember gender-based violence is something that is increasingly growing in our communities. So it is on gender-based violence, and we will be doing a country tour in my country, Cameroon. Then I have the Flakes album. The Flakes album is a melange. We want to celebrate the beautiful moments of our lives. Spoken word mostly is for advocacy. Now we want to do the Flex album that will be able to have beautiful pieces that you can use for birthdays, use for marriages, use for celebrations in general, anniversaries. So the Flex album is on the way and it will be released very, very soon. Then also, I am also planning an African tour. An African tour that will be sometime around 2030. I'm planning an African tour to go to specific African countries and do performances. So expect that. But for now, all the work I have is on Audiomack. And I'm looking forward to collaborate with spoken word artists in Nigeria, the Zacharys, what's this other beautiful lady who makes a lot of noise on social media? Is it Hafi? One of the people who inspired me in spoken word poetry and keep inspiring me, I call him DK Chukwe Mary J. He's an amazing poet that he has the spirit of Africa embedded in his Afro spiritual gospel artist. They call her Zita Light. She's an amazing artist. Check out Zita Light on all social media platforms and you'll be glad you did to see Afro spiritual music. Then one other person too, I think Clay Jennings. I have a Bonsai Squaqua. Those are those who inspired me. So check on these guys and you'll be able to sabo. Thank you so much, Shagalingo TV.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode with Mottanni, a creative and a spoken word artist from Cameroon. I think Africa should learn to support their own. Our musicians, our creatives, our fashion designers, and the rest. Till I see you on the other episode where we'll be taking another of the Tala Arts for Change personality. Stay blessed and keep watching Shagalinko TV. Please remember to subscribe, like all our channels, all our social media handles. It's at Shagalinko TV on all social media platforms. Do like it and spread the message. Remember to click the notification button so that whenever we have a new episode, it will alert you. Till I see you again, my name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari.